My name's Joe. I'm working with the Day Laborer Center in Mountain View, trying to work on wealth creation for day laborers. And last Tuesday, I came with a prototype of a website that you'll be seeing in a minute. It's a computer printout of the individual laborer's screen. And I handed out about 30 of them to a group of about 60 guys and women, and talked to about it and shared some ideas about it. And the next morning, when I came to start taking out information for the websites, this is what I got. As I got out of my car, this guy came up to me and handed me this, which was his handwritten resume that he wrote next to it. So he's been in the Army, he worked for United Airlines for 16 years, and he's working as cleaning this guy's garden for the day. Yes, I'm working on day laborers. There are three different groups of people that I was focusing on. The workers, the center organizers, which are people that run nonprofits locally, and then also the employers. The person that I wanted to focus on most in this group was about a 40 to 60-year-old Caucasian female. So when I looked at this and breaking it down into kind of information and how to address each individual user group, I want to start with the point of view for workers is they needed a history-based meritocracy future, which what it means by that is right now there's no way for them to record how well or how badly they do in their work, and there's also no way, or because they cannot leverage the past, there's no way of them knowing what the future will bring, because there's no way of banking on the work coming in. For center organizers, these are people that are giving a lot of their time to a nonprofit to try to improve the experience of these people, and they need basically a controlled way of increasing impact, because they cannot take chances because a lot of people depend on them. And employers, although they need trust and transparency to understand the system a little bit more, I think the real driver is that they need to feel like they're doing something good. They're not only meeting their needs, but they're also having an impact with where they hire. So I'm going to jump right in to show you a video of a potential way of an employer finding out about a worker. So they go to Google and they want to find something about labor. They want some help. So one of the ways we're going to talk about this is on-demand labor. So they go there and they look at that and they see a sponsored ad, let's say, and choose to go to that, and they go to the site. So initially what I wanted to ensure was just that the person would feel comfortable there, because there's a picture of somebody that's similar to them, and also a place for workers, and also basically bring transparency to the process by laying out the steps of how you hire someone. And they can search by their zip code and also the type of work that they wanted to do or wanted to get done. And that would give them a couple of results. This is just a prototype, so there's a couple of 1 or 2 people here. They select which one they're interested in. They read a little bit more. You see there's personal information on the top there. There's some stats over here, where they're from, a little bit of the personal story, what they're thinking about for the future. And then there's skill-specific reviews, because they acknowledge the fact that while you may be good at tree trimming, maybe you're just a beginner at cleaning houses. And then it goes to, for initial people, where they can be hired. They can either be called or you can do email message. So basically that would transition people to interacting directly with the centers. The second process that's interesting, or that I want to focus on, is the feedback process, because that's very important in order to get people to actually interact. So this is an email message saying after they've hired somebody, please go comment on their work. And this links to their profile on the website. So that's my profile, and it says that I have 1 feedback request. So I click on that, and I initially just select which type of work this person did for me, just so I can start to differentiate the labor. And then I talk a little bit about, or I'm asked about their kind of general personal stuff, and then I move into rating them based on their initial skill, and that gets posted on their site. So in that feedback process, I'm looking at how to shape their experience and how they think about their feedback. So now to start off with the general feedback, which is the feedback about the person, I wanted to not make this be a feedback that is do you like this person or not, or something that's very subjective. More things like work ethic. That's something that you can either look at a person and say, whether or not he had a good experience, does he have good work ethic? English ability. So to try to limit or control the feedback to kind of constructive feedback, and then save the kind of is he good or not for the skill set, so that you're rating a skill set as opposed to a person. Because what happens is if you're rating a person, which a lot of other kind of rating systems, the way they work is, the downside is that if they get one bad review, this person's bad. It's not that this person's not that great at tree trimming, it's that this is a bad person, I don't want to hire him. And if this is somebody's livelihood, that's a pretty big statement. So I was looking at that, and then also this is on the profile, I didn't want to have people have their own skills that they claimed that they did. I only wanted to allow people to advertise their skill set when they actually had a review based on it, so that it promotes them to actually start to get this type of jobs, and also it makes it so that if the employer knows, or if the employer hires this person to do something, they're not taking the person's word, they're taking past employers' word that they can do this. And again, this is the kind of feedback system that is looking at the feedback. So where did that come from? When I showed this prototype also last Tuesday, this guy comes running up to me and he thrusts in front of me a package of pictures. I'll speed up. And that is the portfolio that he's been carrying around with him in order to get jobs. Let me go through these real quick. So how did I get there? I used a lot of prototypes from this, which is the paper prototype version that we've been working with at the center, both to understand more about it and also get people in the center to understand this new process of how to aggregate feedback. So then also video prototypes, storyboards, visual layouts, and then now I'm going on to site architecture, which is a prototype. So that's where I am right now. Looking forward, I want to introduce you to Ranjit, who is a PHP programmer that I hired from India, who will be programming this. And let's see here. So that's kind of my goal for the next quarter. And then, let's see here, this is my, and
investigate promotion of non-geo-specific wealth creation.
That's also something I'll be doing next quarter. Thank you.
What did that say?
Oh, I'll do it again. It says, I will also begin to investigate non-geo-specific wealth creation.
Non-geo-specific?
Yeah, so not region
Oh,
or
okay.
country
Thank you.
specific.
But when you said that you had your matrix of workers you wanted to do a history-based meritocracy and center thing, organizers you wanted to increase impact, what do you mean by that?
They come. I mean, the only reason why they're there is because they want to help these people, and I want to make them more effective.
So if someone has a skill that they've never been tested on, how do they advertise that they have a skill?
When you first sign up, you're allowed to choose one skill out of all of those that you think you're best at, and then that will go on your profile as, this is a temporary, has not been tested. And then also, I'm going to be starting to get into more of this game type of systems where after 20 reviews, you get to choose another one of those. So there's going to be a system where you can either bump up your previous, or you can add in another skill set.
Just a quick comment.